Good morning, dear students. Today I'm here with the another topic of grammar, modals. So let's see its definition first. What are modals? A modal or a modal auxiliary can be defined as an auxiliary verb which is used with a main verb to express ideas such as possibility, permission, advice, intentions, suggestions, etc. So the first modal which we have in our list is can. So let's see, where do we use can. We use can for permission, possibility and ability. Let's see can with its example. So the first example is permission. Can we go home now, please? So here in this sentence we are seeking for the permission. Second is possibility. Accidents can happen. Third is ability. Reena can type, or you can say Reena can type perfectly. Now let's move to the another model. The second model which we have in our list is could, and could is the past tense of can or the past form of can. So where do we use could? We use could with possibility, permission, ability and request. So let's see its sentence first. She could be very nice. Second is permission. Could we go home at 10? Third is ability. He could drive a car perfectly. Fourth is request. Could you please give me a pen, or could you please pass me salt? Now let's move to the another model which we have in our list, that is may, and we use may for permission, possibility and wish. So let's see its example. May I come in, sir? Second is possibility. He may come today. Now let's move to the next page. We use may to wish as well. For example, may God bless you. Now let's move to the next model in our list is might. So we use might for possibility, intentions and for indirect speech. So let's see their usage. It might rain today to express intention. I might leave at once. For indirect speech, he said that he might help me. Now let's move to the next model which we have, that is shall. Where do we use shall? For command, promise and determination. So the first example for the same is you shall go there. For promise, I shall get a reward. Now for determinations example, you can see here, you shall get the best treatment. Now let's move to the next model which we have in our list is should. Where do we use should? We use should for obligation, advice and assumption. So the first sentence for obligation is you should do your homework. Advice, you should take some rest. And assumption, they left early, they should have reached home. So all were the uses of should. Now let's move to the next model which we have, that is will. Use of will is to express willingness, determination. Example is I will drive a car. Determination, I will do or die. Now let's move to the next model which we have in our list, that is would. Use of would is to express past habit, making polite request and unreal condition. In winter, he would study late night. Polite request, would you please pass me the salt? For unreal condition, if I had won the lottery, I would have got a house. So now let's move to the next model which we have, that is must. Where do we use must? For compulsion, obligation and advice. Let's take their example. He must go now. And for obligation, we must obey the laws. And for advice, you must go to the doctor. Now let's move to the next model which we have in our list, that is use of need. We use need for necessity and obligation. So let's see their example. You need to work hard. For obligation, you need not to go there. Now let's move to the another model. Next is use of ought to. So where do we use ought to? For moral duty and for advice. So let's see their example. For moral duty, you can see the example, you ought to respect your parents, and for advice, you ought to take him to. So now let's move to the another model that we have is used to. Where do we use used to? We use used to for showing past habitual action and something existing in the past. So let's see their example. We used to write neatly when we were kid, and this used to be a dense jungle before. So here in this sentence we are talking about the past habitual action or anything which used to exist in the past. Now let's move to the last model of our list, that is use of dare. So dare means venture, and it is an interrogative and negative form. So I hope you would have understood all the models which I have explained. Thank you. Thank you so much.